Okay, so I totally messed up my video. I stirred up my dry ingredients, which is 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and a teaspoon of soda. And I sifted all that and put it in my bowl. I added 1 stick of room temperature unsalted butter, and then creamed that a little bit, whipped it up, and then I also added 1 cup of granulated sugar. And this is where I'm at now in the video. I'm learning. I know. Learning new things at my age. It's kind of tough. Okay, and what it also calls for is a cup of sour milk, and this recipe is from the Midwest Living magazine. I assume that it's basically buttermilk, but so what I did was I poured a cup of whole milk, full fat milk, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, fresh squeezed lemon juice off the lemon. So that is what is in here. And I'm going to pause this just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, next I am going to add room temperature egg. And I usually, since it's just 1 egg, I'm just cracking it over the bowl. Most of the time, though, I do it in a separate bowl because you don't want any shells in there. That's no fun. It's not good for your GI tract. Cream this egg in here a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some vanilla bean paste. This is what I get. I usually get it either at Walmart, or I got this one I think at Hobby Lobby, and yes, it's expensive. So I don't use it every time I bake, it just depends. So I am going to use 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla bean paste. Just eyeball that, 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm also going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of almond, pure almond extract. And I'm weird, I always shake everything up. And I smell stuff all the time too. Do y'all smell stuff? I smell everything. Good or bad. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but old habits die hard, huh? And then I'm gonna go ahead and also add in some fresh lemon zest. Can't go wrong with that, right? Adds to the flavor. Kind of adding my own little twist on this Kringla today. Alright, so I'm going to cream this together and I will be right back with you. I don't think you guys want to just hear the mixer. Okay, I've got this mixed up and creamy. My wet ingredients. Okay, and then so we have our 1 cup of whole milk with our lemon juice added, and I am going to give it a little bit of a whisk. If you don't have buttermilk and you just have whole milk and lemon, that's fine, or vinegar. You can use a tablespoon of vinegar too. I chose the lemon. I just think the lemon gives it a better flavor. That's just my personal opinion. But you don't have to, You can make your own stuff. I even learned this morning how to make my own sweetened condensed milk. And I also learned how to make my own coffee creamer. And you know, I won't even buy it anymore at the grocery store. I'm too spoiled on my own. And it's just a few ingredients. But you have to watch it because you got to make it on the stove top. And it has boiled over on me a few times. I don't want to say how many, but I finally learned my lesson. So, and to this Kringla dough mixture, you want to alternate your dry ingredients with your milk mixture. And I don't think I'm going to probably end up using the mixer because the dough does get kind of stiff. And I'm known to put my impeccably clean fingers in the dough too and kind of knead it, mix it around. I don't mind getting dirty. Do y'all mind getting dirty? Believe it or not, I like to work on my own vehicle too. I know, right? An old lady my age, changing the oil. But hey, at least you know it gets done right. You're not paying $50 or $100 or whatever people charge these days. Of course, I always say I'm too old, fat, and sick to get underneath my van. I love my van. I was just in a car accident on the 9th of September. A hit and run. The kid, I don't even think he had a driver's license, but he actually was honest with me and told me he did not have insurance. And then he took off from the scene. And I got about 3 letters of his license plate. And I was so upset. And there was antifreeze going all over the pavement. And it was 5 blocks from my home. I was at least fortunate for that. So anyway, I missed my van when I didn't have her to drive, but I call her Gertie. And she's a Gertie. She's my Gertie. We've been through a lot together. And you know, I don't even want a new car. I've test driven a few cars, and the insurance company told me to test drive and look at different vehicles, and I couldn't find anything that I liked, nor that I felt safe in. So a lot of miles on these vehicles, and I don't like the way they run. I'm kind of picky. But it's okay to be picky. All right, so here we go. I'm going in on the dough. And your dough's going to be rather sticky. And it's supposed to be. This is the consistency, what it looks like. I guess I could move my handheld mixer out of the way. You can see. I'm still learning all the camera angles, and I have no idea how to edit. But hopefully by the end of this week. Oh no. I think when you get to be my age, it's just a little bit harder to learn stuff, and I always tell everybody I think I need to upgrade to a faster chip. Makes sense, right? Okay. I can't even pause my camera because I got dough everywhere. It's a really pretty day out. It's a Saturday here in the Ozarks. Do y'all ever get to the Branson area? There's a lot to do. A lot of good food down here, y'all. Or up here, if you come up from the south. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this out on the counter, and I'm going to wrap it up in some cling wrap, and I'm going to put it in the fridge. And it's good to chill this dough. You can't make the Kringla, it's just too soft to make, so you got to freeze it. Freeze it for a few hours, or put it in the fridge, and I always put it in the fridge. So with that being said, we're going to take a little break, and I'll be back in a few hours, and we'll roll these out and bake them off. And then we'll do a taste test. All right, see you later.